fight's not over.
Stop the fight!
People.
Everybody, I come here for everybody. Kill everybody. I'm the champ. I'm the king. Kill everybody. Ah!
All right, guys, welcome back to Broke Bets. Lane here. Also got my guy Carson with me.
I'm back.
Yes, sir, he's back. Just coming off the Dawson versus Green card. A nice little positive card, only screwed up on Morono. Coming up onto this one, though. Man, I just feel like we're on like 3 dodgy cards in a row, and I think we're being really disciplined and not like reaching out for these dumb bets. So we're, winning small amounts on these cards, but that's all it matters. Just keep a winning streak going.
We're only risking a couple units each of one of these cards just because they're not that good.
Right. And yeah, first let's start it off. Straight bets. Sadly, we both had Emily Dakota parlayed with Edgar Shirez. That fell off. And then you're just kind of left with a bet on her. I feel pretty good about it, though. I mean, Ashley Yoder, you saw her at the weigh-ins, dude. She looked old as hell. Like from 2 years ago, she just looked way older, at least in my opinion. And Emily Dakota, it should just be, outstriking her on the feet for the most part. Maybe some leg kicks, heavier hands, and basic win. I feel bad for Edgar Shirez because this dude, pretty much beat Lacerda the first time, was beating him, no contest there, and then comes into this fight and makes weight canceled. So that's pretty shitty. What do you think here?
Yeah, Lacerda should be cut. He sucks.
Yeah. You like Dakota though too?
Anyways, Dakota, yeah, I just think she'll be chewing up her leg. She's a lot younger as well. Yoder's, I think, like 35 or something. I think Dakota wins this on the feet here.
All right, moving on. Sodiq Yusuff, I like him by KO or points here. Edson Barbosa getting that KO over Billy Q was impressive, but Billy Q has also been known to be this super hittable guy who moves forward, eats the damage, and I felt like that's kind of how the fight had to play out for Barbosa to win. It was going to be like first round finish for Barbosa, or Billy Q wins, and that's kind of just what happened. Barbosa got the better shot. I do feel like in this fight, though, that Sodiq Yusuff in a 5-round fight will be moving forward and putting Edson Barbosa on the back foot. And I think that Edson on the back foot, when he covers more of that distance in the cage, he just slows down more and more. You could also see Sodiq clinching, maybe just absorbing that speed and power out of Barbosa as the fight goes on. And round 1, round 2 might look a little bit tough for Sodiq, but I think 5 rounds, he can survive it. I don't think Sodiq finds a submission here. I know he won his last fight by that guillotine, but Barbosa doesn't ever shoot.
That was his first submission, was his last fight, too. So.
Right, it was a clean guillotine, but Don Shanis literally just ducked his head right into it, given to him. And Edson, not a guy who's been submitted often. I think the last time he submitted was like 2014 or something. So, didn't get submitted by Khabib. So I feel good about KO or points here. What do you think?
Yeah. I feel like Edson Barbosa, 37 years old. he won his last fight against Billy Q, but he got hit pretty early on in that fight. But I think Sodiq Yusuff can put it on him here. Push forward. His last fight against Don Shamus was like pretty much a year ago. But this is definitely a bigger step up in competition than his previous one.
I remember betting Sodiq by finish in that fight, and it was like plus 150, and it was like the easiest hit of my life, this 30-second guillotine. Moving down, Adrian Yanez, taking him by KO or points. Just doesn't really look to get the fight to the ground, so I'm just going to take that submission element out of this game. And again, if you guys watch my breakdown, I think what I really saw from the film with this fight is every time Yanez has faced a kicker, he is countering off the kicks extremely well. You look back at Tony Kelly, who puts out that teep. Every time he just grabs it, left hook straight to the chin. And then going back when he faced Davy Grant, forward pressure, again, countered off the kicks and just kind of made the best of it. I feel like Jonathan Martinez, where he did have a good performance against Said Nurmagomedov, Said really just burned all his energy out in that fight. And then from there, it was kind of just Martinez clinching and out kicking the shins of Said. So the scare for Yanez would be just not addressing the kicks early or just letting himself get kicked, but I do think he finds those counters and gets this finish at some point in the fight. Any thoughts there?
Yeah, I mean, really close fight. I mean, I think it's a tough fight to call, but I mean, if Yanez wins, I do think it's by KO.
Yeah, I think it's also a judgment thing where the odds are a little bit closer because, and I really like doing this as a bettor, is when someone comes off of a loss, people will judge them for that loss so much that I like to bet the loser going into their next fight because you get a better price tag. So that's how I feel with Yanez. I feel like he is the better prospect. I know both these guys are like 28, whatever, but I still would kind of call them prospects. And then the final bet, gonna take T-Rex, the Tyrannosaurus Rex, by first round knockout. Just, there's a scare of a submission there because McKinney is a very good wrestler, can take the back, do all that, but I think when you're just set up for a fight on short notice in the way he kind of handled his last fight, sorry, you might have to remind me of the name, Carson. I'm forgetting the guy right now.
Breeden?
Yeah, Mike Breeden. When he was set up in that fight, you could just tell he was just going for the knockout kill. I think that he's going to feel that knockout energy running into this fight and just come swinging hands. And we all know, out of all of his fights, they've all gone on under 1.5. But I feel a little bit better getting that plus 180 number out of a first round knockout, which is probably the best chance outcome, at least in my opinion. So,
yeah, I mean, McKinney's going to be going balls to the walls in round 1, and he'll probably get a KO or sub. I mean, at plus 180.
Or get fucking dusted. And that's kind of what he goes for.
Yeah, that's a possibility as well. But at plus 180, I think that's a really good play there.
Yeah, and we got some fun stuff coming up, with 294. Just look out for that video coming up soon. And, me and Carson were just talking about this before we started this video, but these next two cards are very, have a lot of heavier favorites on them, and I think some very reliable favorites as well. So if you want to do a long parlay, I think it's very good chance to maybe just start with some stuff off this card, like McKinney under, and maybe just Emily Dakota, and start just pairing things with those next two cards. Get some really high plus odds stuff. Any more thoughts from you?
Yeah, I mean, I already got a couple parlays with the next couple cards on it too. So,
all right,
looking forward to that. Yeah,
happy to be back, boys. Let's keep the win streak going. Let's keep winning. Peace.
Peace.
I know. It doesn't matter from the trenches. I'm built like this. Don't doubt me, I couldn't do it. The odds that I couldn't do it. Look at me now. 11